What's up, guys? We got Thomas Bepko here, my boy Justin DeCrosta. We've got our Connecticut Shoreline market update. We're going from Stamford to Branford. Yeah, last week is spring. We're heating up right in the summer. So what do we got, Josh? Let's hear it.
So first off, we want to start off by a relevant article that we saw on Realtor.com. They've created a new matrix. It's called the Housing Market Recovery Index. It's brought on by the events of COVID-19. Now, this index measures housing demand and housing price through these pandemics, starting from a baseline in January. Both of those indexes, the housing demand and prices, have been pointing up over the past month. So that article and that new index really backs up what we're seeing here along the Connecticut shoreline, where if you watch our show, you know the under deposits and closings have been creeping up week over week, and we continue to see that this week, TJ. Again, Branford to Stamford and Weston to throw in there as well. We're going to start always.
Can't forget Weston, baby.
We're going to
Can't forget Weston.
With Branford and move our way down. Let's get right to it. Branford, 32 under deposits this week, up about 12 from last week. So Branford, really good week. They also adding a pretty good 11 new listings as well. East Haven, steady. Last week, 21. This week, 17. New Haven, up 4. Pretty good. Still pretty strong at 30. 38 under contract. West Haven, very similar, 26, very steady from last week, no real movement there. Milford, big week last week at 42, down just a little bit at 38.
Still steady, though. Still
very steady. Very great numbers. Stratford's going crazy. Last week they had 50 under contract. This week, 54 under contract.
Strat City, baby.
A lot of business being done there. Bridgeport, very strong last week, 35. This week, 46. Seeing it go up.
Boom.
And also 15 closings in Bridgeport. So we saw a lot of movement on the closing side at Bridgeport. Fairfield, 72 last week. This week, add 3 more to it, 75.
Wow.
Okay? 15 closings there too. So they're getting at the closing table as well. Very strong closing week in Fairfield. Norwalk, 57 last week. Great, right? This week, much better, 72. So just creeping on up here. Fairfield County has been on fire from TJ, the last month and a half or so?
Yeah, closer you get to the city too, it seems.
Crazy. Stamford, last week, a banana 76. This week, let's add some more, 83.
Wow.
They also had, last week they had 20 closings. This week, 19 closings. So Stamford on fire past 2 weeks. Westport,
that's huge.
Biggest jump of the week in Westport last week. 35. This week, 52 under contracts in Westport. So that luxury market we talked about last week, they were up pretty good. 35 wasn't bad. The week before that, I think, TJ, they were at 50, somewhere in the 40s. I don't have it in front of me. They took a huge jump 2 weeks ago, back up again. So that luxury market, when we talk about people coming from the city, what do you think, man?
Well, they can afford the luxury markets, right? If they're paying $10,000 to $20,000 a month for a 2 to 3 bedroom apartment in Manhattan, you turn that into a mortgage of $10,000 or $20,000 a month. I mean, that's a $3 to $4 million house. I mean, you do the math. It's there. I mean, the numbers make sense. So it's good to see. It's good to see that a lot of places. Did we do Weston yet?
No, we didn't do Weston. Don't forget Weston, like we said. Don't forget
Weston.
Weston, big week last week, 28, back down to earth at 13. Overall, still pretty strong for them, though. That's it. That's all I got for that.
So, look, New Jersey opened up today, so it'd be interesting to see. They had a different type of phase 1. So right now, be interested to see now that New York and New Jersey and Connecticut are all in the phases. Connecticut, we go to phase 2 on Wednesday. Right. So it seems like things are picking up as soon as things are opening up. People are getting more comfortable now, leaving the cities, coming to the suburbs. So it's going to be interesting to see how long this pace keeps up. I mean, it's nonstop around the clock, and it's good. It's good to see that people are still buying right now in this economy. So
It's
was a good
interesting times. If you guys keep watching our show every week, it's a great source of information. Even going a couple weeks back, we had the Wall Street Journal article. We had the New York Times article about leaving the city. Now we have this new matrix from Realtor.com with the housing demand and housing prices index over the pandemic. Everything pointing up. The numbers reflect it, right? Fairfield County, it's been nuts. We're continuing to see that even all the way down to Branford. The numbers at least staying steady or moving up, not going down. So everything, it all makes sense. All the puzzle pieces are fitting together, the information plus the articles. And just, keep it top of mind, guys, to know exactly what's going on. We try to fill you in the best we can every week. We're a good resource. Always put something in the comments here. We'd love to hear from you. Again, if there's a town, a city that we don't have included in here you'd like to know about, throw it in the comments. We'd be happy to add it.
Let's hear it. Even if you guys have some picks in your areas, what's going to be a hot market, it's about to take off. I've got a pick. I've like the old Saybrook, Madison area, right? They're old Saybrook, Madison area. It's the end of New Haven County, right? Beginning of Middlesex County. And look, I was thinking about it today. It's only an hour and a half from Manhattan without traffic, right? 90 miles, 100 miles? It's not far. So be interested to see if people are going up that. I know that we are, as a company, we're seeing a lot of activity going up that way in the Madison branches, the Branford branches, right? So, and we have Branford. Maybe we'll bring in Madison next week. We'll do Madison.
Before I came over down to Milford, Stratford, work with YB, I was on the other team that worked out of Guilford, and you would be surprised how many New Yorkers make the drive and get weekend houses on the shore all the way out. And Madison is crazy. Madison was on fire last summer. I don't know about this summer. We're not quite in the middle of it yet, but last summer they were on fire. Guilford, you would be very surprised, at least I was, how many New York City people make that drive just for a weekend stay.
Let's do Madison next week, Josh. That's our pick. Let's do it. Let's look it up, baby. All right, guys. Well, look, we appreciate everybody. Stay safe. We're grateful to have the opportunity to speak to everybody every week, and, everybody's getting healthy. So comment below. Tune in next week. Josh, talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.